Did you know that Zillow Zestimates have an error of almost 2.5%? And that's only if your home's on the market. If your home's not even on the market, they have an error rate of almost 7.5%. That could mean tens of thousands of dollars to you. My name's Steven Rotsart, and I'm a local real estate agent. In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into Zestimates. It's been a common question and something that we run into as real estate agents all the time. So, a Zestimate is an algorithm that Zillow uses as a tool. And what's really interesting is if you go to Zillow's website, right there, they actually advertise to you what the Zestimate truly is. Now, fantastic marketing ploy. Don't get me wrong. I think they've done a fantastic job of labeling their Zestimate. However, when you start to get into the details, it really can affect the bottom line for your property, whether you're a buyer or a seller, to give you an idea of value. So specifically, I want to get into the specifics of what's on that page and really the errors that take place. So a recent study that was done by the University of Colorado, I found this really interesting. So on Zillow's website, they label the Zestimate to let you know your home's value, even if it's not on the market. And if you dive into it deeper, the study that was done by the University of Colorado, without a doubt, 100% in the study shows that Zestimate is a 100% marketing tool, not 99%, 100% marketing tool. So that means that they're actually not providing any value to the consumer. It is a marketing ploy to get you, the consumer, to buy in and click and provide some type of link. Now, for those of you that don't know, Zillow actually sells leads to real estate agents. So by providing a marketing tool solely to capture your information and then turn around and sell it to a real estate agent, this is the entire ploy of the marketing system that they're running. What's really interesting, though, is how egregious some of the errors can be. And I want to go in deep on a personal one so I can give you an example. In San Diego County, which is where my market is, they're labeling their Zestimates in an error code of approximately 2.5%. Those properties are actually already on the market. What happens is when a property gets listed and it gets put into the MLS system, it provides a value. So that value is now an open market value. And Zillow's algorithm can grab that value and use it so that way they can update their records. But here's what's most interesting. If you go to the off market section on the same website of Zillow, it tells you that there could be up to a 7.5% error. And what they have found in San Diego County is approximately a 6.5% error. Today, I want to show you an example of how one of my clients actually lost almost $750,000 by a 53% error, to be exact. So here's my client's actual property. This was a Zestimate that was provided, and this is what they brought to the table. I screenshotted it because I was like, wow, that's really interesting. I have never seen something that might be so egregious. So my client lost, or could have lost, almost $750,000 had they put the home on the market based on their Zestimate. Now, obviously, we know what the errors are, but let's dive in deeper. Here's the property. It's right out here in East San Diego County. It's on Dunbar Lane in El Cajon, California. Now, if we go in deeper, we actually put the property on the market. We did a fair market value analysis based on square footage, what existed at the property, all of the capabilities and uniqueness that the property has. Every single property has a story. Some people are going to tell you differently. I've been doing this almost 30 years. Every property has a unique story. And that story is what needs to be told so that people can better understand why and how someone would live there and the joys of it. So we put the property on the market. We sell it. Within the first 14 days on the market, here's the actual sold status on Zillow. We sold this property for $1,590,000. Now you might be saying to yourself, wasn't your Zestimate 843? Yes, that was the Zestimate provided to our client when they looked at the property online. That's almost a $750,000 difference. Now, what's most interesting is that you have to understand in San Diego County, there is all sorts of neighborhoods and communities that exist in San Diego County that no algorithm, no online portal is going to be able to give you the specifics of what exists there. Every home is unique. We have to get into the neighborhoods, into the communities. What's really nice, especially about areas that I work in East San Diego County, is that there are minimal HOAs. There's not a lot of design plan developments. There's homes that are similar, but there's also a lot of unique neighborhoods that are all custom, one off. They're larger parcels. And those are really hard for an algorithm to dissect through because you're having to take a larger portion of comparable markets to be able to come up with a value for a property. So, one of the things that we always stress is that when you're actually doing this, work with a professional. This is why Zestimates are not accurate. And in this case, it almost cost this client almost $750,000. And I'm so glad that we were able to step in and help this client so that they can better understand. And if you understand, that is just a marketing tool and it's a guide. I'm not saying it's wrong. It gives you some type of basis. Now, if you go to our website, we actually have 4 different tools that actually account for your value in one click. So I'll put that link down below. You can take a look at that. There are homes that are sold on the open market, hiring a realtor, putting it on the market, and it being sold. There's also a lot of properties that are sold privately, off market. Those never actually hit the internet anywhere. You have to have access to public records to dig into those values and see what really happened there. Could be a private sale, could be a number of things. Maybe no realtors were used, but those actually affect values of specific properties. And especially in the East County of San Diego, we see that homes are passed through generations and family members take over estates and things of that nature. But they still have value, and that value is carried on in the public record documents. That is not documented in an internet based public facing setting like a multiple listing service. So these are things that you need to think about when you're looking to purchase a home or sell your home. That even though a Zestimate might be a good starting point for you, if you think so, actually, there's a lot better ways to come up with a standing value of a property that you're either interested in or that you're thinking about selling. If you have any questions with regards to a value of a property that you're considering buying or that you're thinking about selling, I'd love to have a conversation with you. I'd be happy to chat with specifics because in our San Diego County community, the uniqueness of each home and the story that it needs to tell also provides a super unique value. So I hope you got some value out of this video. And if you did, subscribe down below and stay tuned for our other videos. And again, if you have questions on the value of your home, that link's right down below. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have regarding your specific real estate needs. Take care.